let's moving towards this slide. As I told you that how the workflow for your Docker Compose will be taking care. The workflow will be the first, the Docker Compose has to create your YML files. So this is a very good thing, like to know about your YML files. We all knows about the HTML, XML files and all these things. It is a similar version of that only. So we are going to write the YML files. It is a scripted language term. It is very easy to understand and to integrate. First of all, we are going to write the Docker Compose file, and then we are going to write this YML file. Then it is going to create the Docker file. Once it will create the Docker file, each Docker file is going to run in your individual containers. So that container will use your servers, own servers. Now you can see my slide. My first container is using Nginx and my second container is using the Redis server. But while deploying the output, it has to act like your single service. So now we have created the files, converted into Docker files, run through your server inside your containers, and then provide us a single service. Now, if I go for your next slide, you can see here the the pros and cons of your Docker Compose. Now, this is nothing but this is multi-container descriptor. Multi-container descriptor in the sense, like you are going to run multiple containers under your own one Docker applications. So that is a very good benefit for our Docker Compose. The second one will be, it is a very fast development environment setup. Yes, it is a very fast development environment setup. Here I want to take a pause and I want to request you all, if you have any doubts, as I told you before, we will have this one as a two-way interactive sessions. Please keep posting all your questions in the chat box. I'll take mid between the break and I'll be clarifying your all the doubts, because we will be handling our projects. So if you have your doubts, you please keep posting. You can personally also chat. It's not nothing to worry in that. So please keep posting the questions. Now next, let's move towards our slide. The second point says that it is a fast development environment setup. So it is a fast development environment. It takes very less time to set your, for the installation process and all. It takes very minimal time. And also I told you that it is an open source system. So you can use directly on the, if you will type play with Docker in your Google, definitely you can go through that. We are going to see all these things tomorrow session, as it will be a hands-on sessions. So the next third point will be easy linking of containers. So now how it is going to be linked in between containers? As I told you that it helps to provide the multi-container descriptions. So as it is giving the multi-container descriptions, all the containers will be linking towards your servers and everything will be linked, and it is giving us a single service. So no need to worry, and we are not going to use any other application to convert all these things into a single service. That Docker itself does. So what we are going to do is, we have to give only the container details and all these things we are going to run with the process by the help of our Dockers. That is Docker's job to provide us a single service in a last moment. And as I told you, it uses very YML configurations and all. It uses a scripting language. It is very easy to set up. What are the cons? It is tied to a single machine. If development side, if you are using, it will be a single machine. It is very volatile in nature. That's the reason little problem creates, and it changes the syntax often, because as you know, it is YML, it is a scripted language. So definitely the syntax will be keep changing. And one more thing also I want to add here, these things, this Docker Compose will have a single host for the deployment, and which will be very easy to deploy and quick. It will be very quick things to write the scripts. It is very easy to configure also, and you can integrate it very fastly. So by using all, due to this pros of your Docker Compose, the productivity for these things is very significantly, it increases. And you don't need to waste your time to configure, test, or where the Docker container contains everything and all. Finally, if you want to go for the security, if you want to check the security, as it is isolated, you no need to think about your security part and all. Now I'm moving towards my next slide, that is my Docker commands. Here you can see the first 3 points, Docker compose, Docker compose -v, then Docker compose version, then Docker compose again like no double hash and version and all. So all these things, double hyphen versions and all these three things will be giving you the version of your Docker compose. The next one is -p. If you are writing, it will give you the project name. And if you want to start all the services with a command, you can use compose up, compose down. And if you want to see your to run the Docker file inside your compose, you can use -d. And if you want to create multiple compose file, it will use the keyword as extends. And we are going to see all these things, commands we are going to see in tomorrow's sessions. And if you want to find out your list of processes, whatever is present, that will be your Docker PS. And if you want to go for your scale service and all these things, you have to use your scale. And if you are writing any YML files, scripted language files, you have to use compose.yml. It won't be YAML, it will be .yml.